Hey, welcome back. I'm Dr. Christine Bradstreet of Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Today we're going to talk about another personality trait that's commonly associated with chronic pain and other chronic nuisance symptoms. Over here you can watch a general video about how personality is linked with chronic pain. And today we're going to take a deep dive into people pleasing. All right, people pleasers, this one is for you. Hey, before you go, you could please me by hitting the subscribe button. I thank you very much, and giving the video a thumbs up. Why are people pleasers prone to more chronic pain and other nuisance chronic symptoms, the ones that are associated with the mind-body connection and or neural circuit symptoms? You know, things like headaches, migraines, irritable bowel, constipation, menstrual cramps, these sorts of things. If you're a people pleaser, you have a very strong desire for approval, and you tend to prioritize other people's needs over your own. You might not even know what your own needs or desires are. And this makes you more prone to chronic pain or other functional type chronic symptoms. First, it's a lot of emotional stress, although it's quite possible that you've repressed that emotional stress and you don't even realize the price you're paying for taking care of other people over yourself. But constantly trying to please other people and to avoid conflict and avoid disappointing others, and also to avoid other people's disapproval, weighs very heavy on you. There's a constant worry, again, even if it's subconscious, a constant worry that you're not meeting other people's expectations or also not meeting your own expectations. And this all leads to danger signals being generated in your brain. Those danger signals trigger the fight or flight, which is the cause of your chronic pain and other chronic symptoms. People pleasers tend to suppress their emotions because there's no room for your own feelings and emotions when you're busy trying to take care of other people's feelings and emotions. Quite often, a people pleaser might not even feel as if they have a right to feel a certain way. There's a strong desire to maintain harmony and to avoid any sort of conflict or hurt feelings, which can be admirable, but when it's taken to excess, it leads to a great degree of distress. Suppressing and repressing emotions over time leads to something called somatization. Somatization basically means that these feelings and emotions show up in the body instead of as an emotional feeling. So it shows up in the body as pain, stiffness, or some sort of dysfunction of your body's major systems like digestion or breathing or your immune system. It basically means your emotions are expressed as physical feelings instead. People pleasers have boundary issues. They'll struggle with setting or enforcing a boundary. It's hard to say no when you're a people pleaser, which leads you to saying yes to things you really don't want to do, or things you don't have the time to do, or things that actually can be harmful to you physically and mentally or emotionally. You tend to take on more responsibility than you can handle, and then of course you don't have any time for self-care. And quite often with people pleasing, there's also perfectionism and self-criticism layered on top. Doesn't sound fun, does it? There's a need to meet unrealistic expectations, and they might be completely imaginary, and you're putting an awful lot of stress on yourself to meet an imagined, unrealistic expectation of pleasing other people. This self-imposed pressure is doing a number on your body and your brain, and again, getting you stuck in fight or flight, chronic low-grade fight or flight over weeks, months, or even years, making you pay a price for your people pleasing. And the price has been chronic pain or other chronic symptoms in your health. And that's what we're here to change, my friends. That's why you're here. So what can you do if you're a chronic people pleaser? Well, step one is recognizing it. Don't beat yourself up over it. There is no shame in it. And of course, it started with good intentions. We all want to be good people, or perhaps it started as a protective mechanism to be accepted or to feel as if you were loved. But just recognize it got a little bit out of hand, and now people-pleasing is causing you pain, and you do not have to experience pain to be a good human being. Once you recognize without judgment that you've been people-pleasing, then you can start to dial that back. Before you say yes to something, really examine that thing. Is it something you truly are willing to do? And I recommend that you practice saying no with as few words as possible. You can just say simple things like, I'm sorry, that's not going to work for me right now. I'm sorry, I can't do that now. I'm sorry, I have my plate full already. I can't help you with that right now. We go through times in our lives when we're more responsible for other people than at other times in our lives. Like you might be raising young children, or you might be taking care of elderly parents. Yes, those are responsibilities, but to the best of your ability, filter what you're willing to say yes to, because at the very least, even if you're still a very busy person with heavy responsibilities, at least there's more of a feeling that you are choosing to do something rather than doing it out of guilt or obligation or unrealistic expectation. All right, my friends, that's how people-pleasing is related to chronic pain. I hope that you learned something. Please give the video a thumbs up. And please subscribe so you won't miss the upcoming videos that I'll be producing. Thanks again for being here. I'm Dr. Christine Bradstreet of Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. All right, thanks for being here. Before you leave, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when a new video drops. And visit me at ChristineBradstreet.com. Love to you all. Bye-bye. See you soon.